How does a terrorist group survive for over a decade, despite military offensives, airstrikes, and international pressure? Where do the weapons come from? Who feeds them? Who fuels their operations? Because insurgencies don't survive on ideology alone. They survive on supply lines. And today, we're uncovering Boko Haram's hidden supply routes across Africa, the networks that keep the insurgency alive. No armed group survives without logistics. Guns need ammunition, fighters need food, vehicles need fuel, operations need money. For years, many Nigerians asked, if the military keeps attacking Boko Haram, how are they still fighting? The answer lies beyond one town, beyond one state, beyond even one country. To understand this network, we must look at the region around Lake Chad, a vast, porous area touching Nigeria, Niger, Chad, Cameroon. This is not just geography, it is opportunity. One major supply source traced back to the collapse of Libya in 2011. When the regime of Muammar Gaddafi fell, massive stockpiles of weapons flooded the region. Assault rifles, machine guns, rocket-propelled grenades. Arms traffickers moved these weapons south across the Sahara, through smuggling corridors used for decades for drugs and human trafficking. Some of those weapons found their way into the Sahel, and eventually into the hands of Boko Haram fighters. In fragile border zones, where checkpoints are few and deserts are vast, tracking arms is extremely difficult. And once a weapon enters the Lake Chad Basin, it can circulate for years. Boko Haram doesn't operate in isolation. It taps into existing criminal economies. Smuggling networks move fuel, livestock, food supplies, motorcycles, spare parts. These items often cross borders disguised as legitimate trade. In remote communities, cross-border trade is normal. Families live on one side and farm on the other. This creates a challenge for security forces, because not every truck is suspicious, and not every trader is complicit. But hidden within legal trade routes, illicit cargo can move undetected. This is how supply chains hide in plain sight. Not all supplies come from outside Nigeria. Some come from within. In areas once controlled by Boko Haram in Maiduguri's surrounding rural zones, fighters imposed taxes on farmers, fishermen, and traders. Pay money, provide food, or face punishment. They also taxed fishing communities around Lake Chad. Fish would be sold in regional markets, and profits redirected to sustain operations. In some cases, they looted villages directly. This created a forced war economy, where civilians became unwilling suppliers. Fuel is critical. Without it, vehicles stop. Generators stop, operations stop. Fuel smuggling across northern Nigeria and neighboring countries has long existed due to price differences. Boko Haram exploited this. Small quantities transported repeatedly, hidden in trucks, moved at night. Motorcycles, easy to conceal, fast and ideal for rural terrain, became key to their mobility. Funding also flows through informal systems, cash couriers, Hawala-style transfers, kidnapping ransoms. After the 2014 Chibok kidnapping, ransom payments and negotiations reportedly injected significant funds into the insurgency. Later, factions aligned with extremist networks beyond Nigeria's borders. One splinter group pledged allegiance to ISIS, becoming ISWAP. These affiliations increased access to training, propaganda tools, and possibly financial streams. The Lake Chad region is massive. Thousands of islands, marshlands, remote villages. Military patrols cannot be everywhere at once. Borders are long and often poorly demarcated, and poverty makes recruitment and collaboration easier. This is why regional cooperation between Nigeria, Niger, Chad, and Cameroon became essential. The multinational Joint Task Force was formed to coordinate efforts. Boko Haram's strength was never just about ideology. It was about logistics. Weapons flowing south, fuel moving quietly, money circulating invisibly, borders too wide to fully control. Understanding these hidden supply routes reveals one truth. Defeating an insurgency is not just about battlefield victories. It's about cutting the lifelines that keep it breathing. If you found this investigation insightful, share and subscribe for more deep analysis on African security and untold geopolitical stories.